What's going on, guys? Super Savage, a 789 here, bringing you guys another video. And today, I'm doing What If Future Trunks Went Too Far Back. Now, I know this what if's been explored by, I can't remember the artist, but I remember there was a manga made where Future Trunks went back to the Saiyan saga. And so, not wanting to rip that off, I've decided that I will do my own rendition, but instead I'd make him go even further back. So, events would play out like normal, Future Trunks getting in his time machine and going back in time to go and warn Goku of the androids and give him the heart medicine. Instead, however, the time machine malfunctions and it starts going backwards, and before Future Trunks notices, it sends him further back in time than he was expecting. Once arriving in the past, he doesn't know that it's too far back and just starts sensing for people, trying to find the highest power level and thinking it would be Goku. He senses two faint energies in a location battling each other. It must be Goku, considering his battles that he loves to have. Whilst hiding his power level, Future Trunks rides at Tenkaichi Budokai and looks around trying to find Goku, but staying incognito so no one recognizes him. He sees the Nyoibo, or the power pole in the English dub, and knows that that's Goku's, considering that Gohan would have told him about it, because Gohan really respected his father and would have told tales about his father and all the Z-Fighters to Trunks, so he has a rough idea of them. And so, Future Trunks decides to await for Goku to come and get his belongings, like his Nyoibo and his Dragon Ball, and he just waits there, and then after about 10 minutes of waiting, Krillin comes to collect him. As Trunks thinks that Goku must be somewhere else, and that power he's sensing can't be Goku, he senses another key in the room, feels very unfamiliar, very small, very evil, and he looks up to see Tamarine rush at Krillin. Now, I think Gohan would, again, tell Trunks about the tales on Namek and that Krillin was meant to die there, but I don't think he was talking about Tamarine killing him, and so Trunks would probably think, no, this is all wrong, he shouldn't die here, and rushes in and blocks the kick that would snap Krillin's neck. Seeing this winged demon, Trunks decides to pull out his sword and slashes him with one slice, not knowing who this is, what this is, or why he was trying to kill Krillin. Krillin is in utter shock that someone so strong could save him and that he was about to die, and thanks Trunks repeatedly, asking him what his name is, but Trunks can't tell him obviously, because then he probably won't be born, and just says to Krillin that, oh, I can't tell you, do you know where Son Goku is? Confused, Krillin answers his question, saying that Goku's having a feast after his long battle with Tien Shinhan. And Trunks recognizes this name, and that Tien Shinhan was a really respectable warrior, but also died against the androids, and knows that them two must have been battling in the arena. It was his energy after all. Krillin picks up the Nyoibo and Dragon Ball, and takes Trunks to where Goku and all the others are, eating after a long battle that Tien bought with the prize money. With a huge drumstick in his mouth, Goku manages to mutter the words, "Who's this guy with you, Krillin?" And Krillin explains that this really weird demon thing tried to kill him, but this guy saved him and cut it in half. And while Goku thinks this is cool, Roshi's face gets a look of horror. "Master, what's wrong?" Krillin asks, confused why his master's face just went pale in fear. Roshi says that King Piccolo must be revived and tells the tale of King Piccolo, which everyone's in shock by. And Trunks knows of the tale of King Piccolo to an extent. He's heard Gohan mutter about Piccolo and that he was his master and how Piccolo used to be evil, so he thinks that this is just Piccolo before he turned good, and decides not to intervene, otherwise he could cause trouble in the timeline. Little does he know that this would be very bad. Krillin asks Trunks to help him out because he's really strong, which Trunks says that he can't and he really needs to speak with Goku. And Goku, being the nice guy, confused, but being nice, ultimately goes along with Trunks because he's nice like that and hears him out as Trunks explains everything to him. But being naive, Goku doesn't really understand it. Trunks places his time machine down, ready to go back to the future, wishing Goku good luck, when suddenly a really weird winged demon flies straight through the roof, straight at the time machine, and punches the glass, breaking a bunch of circuits and causing it to detonate, which was really weird in Trunks' eyes, but it fuels him with rage. He powers up, and his power level goes over the thousands, over the tens of thousands, and he just winks at Symbol and kills him. Everyone rushes over to Trunks, confused what that power was, when they're all aghast to see that it was him, and he just killed another demon. Roshi tells Trunks that King Piccolo's going to be on the way, and asks if he'll be able to handle it, which Trunks will be. He's Trunks, he's hard like that. Knowing that he's probably caused enough damage to Tamlin already, Trunks decides that he'll go out and stop this demon once and for all for them, but Goku asks if he can tag along, which I think Trunks would allow, and tells Goku to hop on his back, flying away, which shocks everyone yet again. How does another person know how to fly? After a couple seconds of searching, Trunks comes across King Piccolo in his ship, and lands straight in there, trying to find him, and he sees Piccolo, Piano, and the Pilaf gang all there. He glances at the female and thinks she's kinda cute, but she's evil, and, who can blame him to an extent? King Piccolo stands up and asks Trunks if he's the guy who's been killing all his children, which Trunks says yes to, and tells him that he needs to stop his evil ways. Trunks has seen the future and knows Piccolo will be good, not knowing that this is the wrong Piccolo. It was Piccolo Jr. that turned good, not this guy. Hearing this, Piccolo simply chuckles and saying, "How can a demon turn good? That's ridiculous, boy." He opens his mouth and fires a huge ki blast at Trunks, but he just tanks it, telling Piccolo that if he has to throw a punch, he'll probably die, which Piccolo again finds amusing, standing up and throwing off his cape, telling Trunks to bring it. Trunks places Goku down and tells him to handle Piano and the Pilaf gang, as both Trunks and Piccolo fly out of the ship onto the grassy land below. Piccolo throws an onslaught of attacks onto Trunks, but it ultimately does nothing, and he just stands there tanking it like an absolute beast. Then, in one swift motion, Trunks gut punches Piccolo and says, "Stop your evil ways, or I'll be forced to kill you, you demon." Piccolo, knowing that Trunks is holding back, he decides to retreat for now, and see if he can come up with a better idea. He needs to gather the Dragon Balls and get his youth. Piccolo flies away into the forest, and Trunks thinks that he won. Meanwhile, Goku, in the ship, is looking at Piano, and Piano fires in a racer gun at him, which Goku dodges, and just kills Piano with his Nyoibo. Using telekinesis powers, Piccolo makes the ball that Goku has float up and fly away, which Goku finds weird as he yells, "Grandpa! Grandpa, where you going? Come back!" He leaps out the ship and yells for his Kinto Un, or the Nimbus as it's called in the English dub, and flies after the Dragon Ball, thinking that his grandpa is leaving him. The Dragon Ball flies much faster than the Cloud can, and ultimately Goku loses it, which makes him quite upset. Back at the tournament, everyone has mixed opinions about Trunks. Bulma thinks that guy was pretty cute, which makes Yamcha really not like him, and he actually starts to get kind of bitter about him, saying, "Oh, I could take that guy if I wanted to." Roshi and Krillin think that guy's great, considering the fact that he just saved Krillin's life, and he's able to handle King Piccolo. And Tien and Chaozu don't really have an opinion on him, they're just more excited to battle Goku in the future again. Both future Trunks and Goku arrive back at the Tenkaichi Budokai, where everyone greets them, including Bulma, with a really flirtatious "hello." This makes Trunks kinda blush, as that's his mother, and it really freaks him out. It makes Yamcha mad, trying to pull Bulma away. Trunks asks Bulma if she has any way to build a time machine, due to the fact that his time machine exploded and there's not much left of it. Bulma says that time machines are something that, in their time, it seems way too advanced, and not even her and her father could do it, which makes Trunks mad, but if he defeats the androids here, then his mother will be safe in the future. So Trunks constructs a plan, and gives Bulma the heart virus medicine, telling her to give it to Dr. Briefs, and he can make it so that it's worldwide when a heart virus kicks out, and some people, some of her friends, will be struck down by this disease, and that could really infect the future. Bulma agrees to, and so everyone goes their separate ways. Not knowing where to go, Trunks decides to go and live near Goku, considering the fact that his mother would probably make a move on him if he lived at Capsule Corp, and there's nowhere else to go. But I think that Goku would go and seek out Kami for training, knowing that Trunks is much stronger than him, and actually light a fire in the young boy, making him train much harder than he did in canon. I think Kami would let them train there due to the fact that, Goku's a good guy, and Trunks just saved them all. And so the two actually go to train with Kami, because Trunks thinks that this guy will probably be able to help in the future. Since Goku never got beat by King Piccolo, Yajirobe never took him up Korin Tower, and so he never got the Sacred Water, which means Goku would be a bit weaker at this moment. Whilst training on the lookout, after about a week or so, something weird happens. The sky turns black, and everyone starts to panic. Who's got the Dragon Balls? Who's summoning Shenron? The four upon the lookout look down and see King Piccolo next to Shenron and start to panic as King Piccolo says to the dragon, "Bring back my youth." Shenron's eyes flash and goes, "Your wish has been granted. Farewell." As in canon, King Piccolo would kill Shenron, because he's just evil like that. And so Shenron is dead. Future Trunks flies down there and one punches King Piccolo yet again, telling him to stop being evil, give up his evil ways. This is a warning. And so King Piccolo flees yet again to go train, tells Trunks to be at the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai, or he'll kill everyone. Trunks begrudgingly accepts. Kami revives Shenron as Goku and Trunks train up on the lookout together. And although Goku gets much stronger, Trunks' training is very minimalistic, as his power level is probably in the millions, and even then he can go Super Saiyan, and so he'd probably be able to defeat King Piccolo and kill him, but Kami actually doesn't want him to. Kami explains to Trunks that both him and Piccolo are lifelines, and if one of them dies, both of them die, and therefore the Dragon Balls would go, and so Trunks decides that killing King Piccolo is probably not an option. After 3 years pass, Trunks, Goku go down to the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai, where, sure enough, King Piccolo is awaiting them. Now, I think Trunks would enter, simply because he wants to have another chance to defeat King Piccolo and make sure that he doesn't kill them. And so he goes down to Tenkaichi Budokai, but who would be replaced? I think Hero wouldn't actually enter the tournament this time, due to the fact that Future Trunks is way, way stronger than him. And so, I think that Future Trunks would replace Hero and go up against Yamcha in the first round. Yamcha, being a pompous man, decides that, I'm going to defeat Trunks and show Bulma who's boss. Despite using the Wolfang Fist and the Sokidan against Future Trunks, it ultimately does nothing, and Trunks just flicks him on the head and knocks him out of the arena, which leaves Yamcha dazed and confused. How could he be defeated so easily? Regardless, Trunks goes up against King Piccolo in the second round and beats him up as well with ultimate ease, making King Piccolo even more mad. He starts threatening all of the bystanders, saying that he'll kill them if they don't run. Trunks just knocks him out with a swift blow to the back of the neck, kind of what Future Gohan did to him. Then, in the final round, Son Goku goes up against Trunks, and the two have a somewhat even match until Trunks raises power above 1% and knocks Goku out, which Goku is happy about. This shocks Trunks and everyone. Goku just laughs it off and says, "I guess I got another mountain power I need to beat, huh? This wall, it's exciting." It's probably a good thing Goku's a Mexican, huh? Anyways, Goku, Chi-Chi, and Trunks all fly away together because they're all off back to Mount Paozu. This is where I'm going to leave it here. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you hit that like button, press the subscribe button. Don't feel the need to press that bell button. I don't care. Really don't. And yeah, guys, Hope you enjoyed this editing format. If you have a what if you want to suggest, put it down below and I might do it. We're really close to hitting 100 subscribers, so I hope we can do that before April. And yeah, bye!